Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a reading vlog where I'm going to be diving into this bad boy, A Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. And I'm not sure, does this read the right way? We'll figure it out. So I've been seeing this book absolutely everywhere on Instagram and a little bit of TikTok. I'm not that much on TikTok. Just have an account and then forgot about it. But the 2 days I was on TikTok, this was everywhere. And I'm really looking forward to it. I know that Kate Golden, she self-published this to begin with, but that it just drew so much attention to it that she is now published. And there's part of me that regrets a little not getting the self-published book just to see how it differs. That would be so much fun. I know she's had to do a bit of editing to it after being traditionally published, I must say. Dawn of Onyx, the Sacred Stones. So I'm really looking forward to I'm really looking forward to reading this book and apparently laying my head on it as well. And yeah, I'll take you along as I get through the book. I'll be recording most of it anyway, and hopefully to get some good moments captured on camera, and I'll talk to you later. I just read chapter 3 and Arwen is on her way to trade her life for her brother's, just as the blurb said she would. And we've encountered the soldier Bert. I'm quite sure he's going to be somewhat significant throughout the story. And the first impression is that he's quite awful. There's something about him, like he's definitely, at least when he's in enemy territory, he's gonna be a bastard. I've already found a spelling error, and I hate spelling errors. Like, I cannot stand it in books. It just draws me out of the experience and the world and stuff like that. And I also do not like it when you have these chapters within chapters, these dividers. I feel like it could have easily been one sentence and it would have been fixed. It didn't even really feel like the end of a chapter anyways, which is why, of course, they're making the divider. I know that, but yeah. But so far, so good. I mean, the first 2 chapters were a bit difficult to get through, but it could have just been the state of mind I was in. The 3rd chapter was easily read. Like, it definitely captivated me. So I'm excited for chapter 4. I'm going to take a little break now and get some other stuff done before I continue reading. See you in a bit. Hi again, everyone. It's a couple of days later. You know, life happened, so it's a bit of a late update. I've read quite the chunk of this book, A Dawn of Onyx. As you can tell, I'm at what's this, the 18th chapter or something? 19th, I'm at the 19th, just begun the 19th chapter, and I basically read all day. Read a few hundred pages, and there's so much going on in this book that has been referred to online on Instagram and such, so I knew the places that would be significant, like if you do not want any spoilers, or yeah, just don't go away from the video right now if you don't want anything. It's not really going to be a spoiler, but because I've seen some of these things online, it has like changed the experience for me a little bit. So if you want the full experience of the book, click away from the video right now. But I just finished like the wine cellar scene, and the bath scene is another scene that has been referred to as well, and I think that's a shame. I do get it, social media and stuff, and but if I hadn't known about those scenes, I didn't know what was going to happen, other than people had referred to them on Instagram and such, so I knew they were of significance to the book, and that was just a shame that I saw like, ooh, now they're in the wine cellar, what's going to happen? I mean, it's a page turner because there's so much happening, like the plot is quite good, and it's always just around to the next thing. So whenever one scene or issue has been resolved, they quickly move on to the next thing in a way that makes sense. So that's a really good thing. I am a bit annoyed with, again, if you haven't clicked away already and you do not want any spoilers, please do click away from the video right now. But I do feel like Arwen and Cain, they are the main characters, of course, and there's just something. So Cain is being described as this gruesomely handsome man with dark hair, dark eyes. He's completely ripped, as everyone are in stories like these, which is fine. And he's described as cruel and wicked and selfish, all these negative things. Of course, sometimes his behavior lives up to those rumors or whatever. And then there are glimpses that there may be more to the story, that maybe he's not just cruel to be cruel, but because there's a reason, and he is able to be nice, which I expected of this story of the male main character. Arwen is described as a little naive. I won't say she's ignorant as such. She definitely perceives herself as ignorant, but she hasn't a lot of experience in, like, not the world, not in relationships or friendship even. So she hasn't experienced much, and that definitely comes to show. Of course, she develops and is becoming a independent woman by the means of the Wicked King, of course. But what bothers me is what I'm trying to say, is that their relationship, even though I really love the banter and the bickering, and it's hilarious, it's sexy, it just happened too soon, I think, because she is so scared, so terrified of absolutely everything, and she truly hates the King of Onyx, even before she meets the King of Onyx. If you know, you know. It's just, for someone to truly hate someone that much, I just imagine it developing positive feelings towards that person is going to take a while. I know she is inexperienced and maybe even a little naive, but yeah, that's the only thing that bothers me. Now I'm like more than halfway through the book, and the bickering and stuff like that, like the obvious tension between them, and he's basically said that he's interested in her. You know, I can accept that now, but it does still bother me a bit. Yeah, so I'm a bit divided so far on this book. It's definitely enjoyable. I would have loved to vlog a few moments of me reading the book, because there are definitely moments where I go like, ooh, and my hand is coming up, covering my mouth in, like, oh, did he just say that, or stuff like that. So that would have been fun to incorporate, but maybe next time. But overall, I am enjoying the book. I do see why the hype is there, but hopefully, like, I'm curious to see where it ends. There's definitely something about Arwen's powers and stuff that we still need to have resolved, and Arwen is getting knowledgeable. Is that a word? This is what I'm missing. I suspect I'll be done by tomorrow. That was just a quick update from me, and I will get back to reading. All right, until the next clip. I'm in the car right now, obviously. And I just wanted to give you guys an update before I went for a walk. It's not a beautiful day. It's grey and gloomy, but it's not as cold as it has been, and the snow is just about gone, which makes me a little bit sad because I do like the snow. That's an understatement. I love the snow. I make snow angels every single day. And I'm 32. I've got like 100 pages left, or less even actually, of A Dawn of Onyx, and I'm not sure exactly what it is about this book, because there are elements that I would rate like a 5 that are just really amazing, and then there are parts of it that I really do not enjoy, like 1.5. I do love a good trope, don't get me wrong, but it does feel like this book is too foreseeable. Is that a word? I feel like everything's gone too fast. Now we finally got up to speed where things could happen, and now they're not going to happen. And I know that's like the biggest trick in writing, to not give the characters and sometimes the readers what they want, to keep them reading on for longer. I really want to love this book, but I don't think I do. But I'm still like too invested in the characters, which makes me more frustrated that I am, because there's something good about it. So now I'm going to go for a walk and contemplate a bit more about the book, and keep on reading. See ya. Gosh, it's been a while. It is now, I don't even remember when I started this vlog, to be honest. 2 weeks ago, maybe? I'm not sure, something like that. And I'm here to give you the final thoughts on A Dawn of Onyx. I do not know whether I like A Dawn of Onyx or not. It gets the job done, you know? It's not bad, it's not really good either, and I think that's a shame because there's been so much hype about it. I've seen it everywhere on Instagram. She works full-time in the film industry, developing stories with screenwriters and filmmakers, and I think that is absolutely true. I can sort of recognize that in the book. It's very action-packed. It definitely knows how to engage readers, because I did say earlier this vlog that it was like a page turner, and that's completely true to some parts of it, the plot, I think. But I'm so infuriated by like how fast the two main characters, Kane and Arwen, with how fast their relationship develops. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And there's so many things in this book that do not make sense to me. But it's just, okay, first of all, I am getting a little bit tired of the main character being a 20-year-old something human girl who is seemingly nothing and then develops into being something of value. It annoys me. Like, there's got to be different stories out there. I know a lot of fantasy is that, and some of my like favorite fantasy, Sarah J Maas, the Akata series, that's exactly that. But that book has some depth to it, and in order to make that storyline correct or right, it needs a bit more work. Because what on earth is someone who's 215 or 235-year-old, how old Kane is? Seriously, is he gonna fall for someone who's 20? Like, I'm 32. I can't imagine falling for someone who's 20. And I know it's fiction, it doesn't need to be real, and that's the beauty of it, and I totally agree. But it also got to be just a little bit plausible, I think. And I get why he has the circumstances to get to know her and fall in love with Arwen, because she is something special, of course, as is revealed. And so I can sort of accept that, even though I was very annoyed up until that point. Sort of took the edge off. But I'm still like, why is it that she falls in love with him? Because he's hot, and that's it. He's got his dark hair, his dark eyes, is ripped, and that's it. He gives her his fur coat or whatever in the first meeting, and he lets her stay. But there's not that much more personality to it, and it annoys me. It really annoys me. And I really wanted to love this book because it's absolutely everywhere. And I also do think that it has got potential, but it's just not there for me. I think I would rate it, I think on Goodreads I've rated it 3 stars. There are some parts that I want to rate a little bit higher, and a lot of other parts that I want to rate maybe even a bit lower, 2.5 maybe. I'm still going to read the second book to see where it goes, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. I had really high hopes for it, and maybe that is exactly what went wrong with it. Yeah, I needed more. I just needed more, and maybe it's because I'm getting old. But maybe I got it all wrong. There are some amazing lines that are really good, that just clicks, and the chemistry is definitely on point as well. But I think that all of the build up to their chemistry is missing. Like, there are enemies to lovers. It's just got to be a bit more. There's still got to be a bit more than he's just hot and takes an interest, even for someone 20 years old. It's just got to be a bit more. So yeah, 3 stars, unfortunately. I just did not feel it. I think a lot of the author's decisions are just about plausible, but that's it. And I don't want plausible. I want to be fully hooked. I want to be fully engaged, and I want it to be absolutely believable. I would rather have me feeling, okay, that's an overreaction, and be annoyed with the main character, but have that feeling, than just being like, all right, you had to do something to go from A to B. And that's what I feel like the author has done with this book, unfortunately, in a lot of places. The resolution isn't that fulfilling because the tension isn't enough. There isn't enough tension, and I don't feel like sexual chemistry. I'm not talking about sexual chemistry between Kane and Arwen, because it's definitely there, and it's good, and I love the banter, and I am annoyed that it didn't get to go all the way. But there's just more to the story than the smut. That's it. That's what I've got to say, I think. I think I'm still going to read the second book. I might not. I don't think I'll read it when it comes out, like soon after, but I'll definitely get it and then read it at some point. And I don't want to have that feeling. I want to be excited. I want to not be able to wait for the book to come out. I want to be craving more. I don't even want to reread it. I'm gonna say bye for now. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. It was absolutely fun to make. Let me know in the comments below if you read A Dawn of Onyx. Is there anything that you can recognize, or are you just in love with this book? Please tell me why. Make me rethink my opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you like this video, and give this video a thumbs up as well. And until next time, happy reading. There's just someone walking past me, staring into the car. The regulation. We're not gonna say that. I read somewhere that you cannot say I hope you enjoyed this video because it makes you doubtful.